Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective, and I have a couple of things to mention today about old Virginia. Well, I think you know that a bunch of bills went through committee, and one of the most significant ones is the ban on assault weapons was removed from committee, removed from consideration. Now, doesn't mean that one's dead. It means that what they're going to try to do is the old just register your gun and then you'll be fine. So they're going to still try to push through the registration of your high capacity magazine holding big scary black guns. So that is not dead, but the all-out ban on assault weapons, they know they're not going to get it done, so it was removed from consideration. So we're moving in the right direction. This is all going the way it needs to be going, but we got a lot of work ahead of us. Also, an announcement was made on a local news channel in Virginia that old Blackface Northam over there is going to be declaring a state of emergency and doing an emergency ban of weapons or guns on the Capitol Square. So he is stating that he's doing this because of the credible threat of violence. Well, I got real bad news for him on that one. He's looking in the wrong direction. The Patriots, the Second Amendment, God-fearing, Bible-loving Americans, you know, with red blood and love for our flag, are not the ones that are considering violence. No, none of them. I've been listening to hundreds of YouTubers, patriots out here that are all considering going to Virginia. Many of them are going. And it's the same thing. We mean no harm. We are going to show numbers, show them that we are quite capable of rallying when they say that conservatives are complacent and they just let things go, and that's what the Democrats have been depending on for a long time. So we're going to show them that we are quite capable of coming together when it's necessary. But we have this little thing that gets in the way of the political psychos that inhabit our elected offices, and that is called life. We have a life. Patriots have jobs, they have family, they have property, they have things that they do, and they just want to be left the hell alone. But the Democrats have been taking full advantage of that for a long time, thinking, oh, look, we can do more and more because they're not rising up. These beta tests that they do, that's exactly what this is. It's a beta test. How much can we get away with? What is going to bring the conservative patriots out of their property and away from their families in order to make a change? Well, we've been wondering what the red line was, and by George, I think they found it. So it's going to happen. Northam signing his declaration of emergency today, apparently, that will ban guns on the Capitol. Well, I've heard all kinds of numbers. Come on. Heard all kinds of numbers of people that'll be there, and some of them seem a little inflated. I've heard 1 million and 2 million. I don't think that's going to happen. I do find it interesting, though. It's confirmed that some people from other countries are coming just to stand in solidarity with the American people. I find that quite fascinating and most respectful. I appreciate that. So we're going to be there. And even if the number is, you know, the midpoint of 50,000, some people are saying 100,000, but if it's just 50,000 people, and every single one of those people, I'm just talking about Second Amendment supporters. There's going to be other anti-gunners there for sure, but 50,000 Second Amendment supporters showing up. What exactly are they going to do? Do they have enough of their police force up there that are willing to go against their oath and arrest the patriots that are going to stand in solidarity with the residents of Virginia. You know, I think I've understood it at this point that a lot of the sheriffs and the local police have just flat out said, nope, they're not going to do it. So who is his enforcement arm going to be? Who's going to set up these checkpoints and these metal detectors and, you know, roadblocks and all the things that have been talked about to stop the patriots from coming to Virginia? I don't think he's got it. And the reality is, the patriots that are going, you know, armed up, we're not going there for a fight. We're going to show a pure number of armed, capable, and ready patriots to defend this land against tyranny. We do not plan on acting on that at this point. This is just a calculated event to show a number, how many people will be up the proverbial ass of the government, and just a small number, mind you, if they continue with this tyranny at all levels. So the threat matrix that is being presented comes from the Antifa. They've made it clear that they want to dress up like, you know, getting costumes to look like patriots, and then they're going to get it and try to infiltrate groups and then cause something so that the media can catch it on film, on tape, on recording, on digital, whatever the hell it is nowadays. So we have a vetted group, and if you are not part of that group that we have put together, my Patriot family, as we've been named by Tony Patriot, we are going to have the vetted group, and if you're not part of that group at the time we finalize everything, which will be tomorrow evening, then much as we love you, we will not be having you stand with us. If we don't know you, if we haven't vetted you, it's not meant to be mean or rude or any of that crap. It's self-preservation. If we don't know you, you will not be talked to. You won't be allowed to participate within our established group. And, you know, I'm sorry if that upsets some people, but it's just the way it is. This is not, it's not a meet and greet. This is an insurrection act, an act of civil disobedience. We are going there understanding that we are breaking their law, which is null and void because it goes against the Second Amendment, which shall not be infringed. So any law that goes against or corrupts the Constitution is null and void. And someday we'll get back to that when people get tired of this enough. So the other thing I wanted to mention, I was just listening to a Patriot brother over here. I'm not going to give his name, I'm not going to call anybody out, but I'm just going to say, the man was talking about leave your guns at home and bring your children. Ladies and gentlemen, do not bring your children to an event like this. It is not meant for kids. They can't vote, and they can't help defend this country. Some of them can. Now, don't get me like that, but some of them can. But in general, children do not belong at a Second Amendment rally in defense of our Constitution. I think with the real threat from Antifa, Black Lives Matter, MS-13, and neo-Nazi groups that are going to try to instigate violence, I mean, it's just the way they are. They do this. Bringing children is a huge mistake. And that's my thing on it. Leave your children out of this. If you take your children, then you're going to be overwhelmed with the protective nature that you have as a parent if there is violence. You will not be able to concentrate. You will be a threat to yourself and to your family because you will be totally distracted with trying to keep your children out of harm's way. Now, that's what I'm going to say about that. Just don't bring the kids. We got to keep this thing, you know, adults only, with the understanding that if the left and the psychopaths on the left decide they want to escalate this thing, we need to be fully prepared to squash it before it ever gets going. And that's what we're going to do. The police are on our side. The military's on our side. Everybody's on our side. The residents, the citizens of Virginia, the Commonwealth, they are on our side. We are not going with intention of causing harm. None. So Governor Northam can blow it out his ass. I know that they're going to try to blame anything that happens on the Patriots, but it isn't going to work because we're going to have thousands of cameras out there. He may kill off cell phones, you know, that's possible. But bad news, dude. I got a couple of cameras that don't require any cell service at all, and they're going to be filming the whole time. I have 24 hours of battery life. That son of a bitch ain't being turned off. So that's just one camera. And I got enough batteries to keep that thing going all night. So if they're going to try to blame anything on us, then they better have some real good skills, because they're going to have cameras on everything. Everybody is going to have cameras pointed in different directions. If they try to cause harm, if they try to hurt one of the Patriots up there, or they try to start a conflict, you can bet your ass it's going to be on somebody's camera. So think about that, Antifa. The other thing is, whether we have guns or not, most Patriots are, you know, guns are an absolute last resort. We don't want to hurt somebody or kill somebody. That's never been our intention. But I promise you this, if Antifa comes up and spits, hits us with something, you know, assaults us in any way, not verbally. I mean, I don't give a damn what they want to holler. If they touch us in a way to try to injure or intimidate, then I can pretty much promise you they're going to be on their ass. I'm an old guy, but I still got some left in me, and I promise you I would unload just like I was delivering it, like a truckload of cargo. I'll unload on their ass if they intend me harm. But otherwise, it's strictly defense. We will not be starting anything in Virginia. Now, if this all continues, and they really do want their revolution, then they'll keep pushing these buttons. And you can bet that next time, if we have to show up again, it won't be with calm intent. But this time, absolutely is. So, don't bring your children, bring your firearms. This is Civil Disobedience, Insurrection Act. You know, we are standing to show that we are not going to put up with this anymore. And Governor Northam is overreaching, and now he's intimidated by the number of guns, so he's going to try to do a quick ban on the Capitol. So we got to stand our ground and follow through with this thing and get the point across. But I know I'm rambling, I'm going on, but I heard that video today about bring your children, and I was thinking, oh my God, don't bring your children. Don't put something as precious as your child in potentially harm's way. It's just not a good idea. I mean, you always plan on peace, but you always prepare for violence and defense of thereof. So that's what I got for now, y'all. If you like what I have to say, make sure you hit that like button, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, do all those great things. Hit the little bell, make sure you get notifications when I have a video pop up. And until next time, Getting close here. We'll see you all in the next one. Stay in the fight.